to look at how to write an informal letter, so that you can know how to do that in case it's on the exam tomorrow. Have you done any sorts of blue coat type tests? Yes, so you know. So you'll be tested on language features, you'll be tested on the SPAG, nouns, what's a noun, what's an adjective, etc. Comprehension. But the hardest part is always the writing, and we've done a lot of writing, okay? And you need to keep your eye on this, don't you? Yeah, that's the most important thing. And the results came out yesterday, and the OE kids did really well. Yes. Okay, so should we start then? Have a little look at your paper. Do you know which way it's going?
Develop creative writing.
Yeah. So it's what you've been doing at the moment. If you put your name on it, that'd be good as well. And then we can give you some grades. So there. Okay. And I just want you to look at yourselves. I'm not telling you what to do, because that's what you need for tomorrow. You need to look at it and think to yourself, this is what I need to do next. Okay. But if you have got a problem this evening, put your hand up and me and Zara will come over. But see how you get on. I'm going to give you half an hour, 25 minutes. Yes.
It seems a bit bright.
I know, because we're usually looking at this, aren't we? Is it too bright for you?
A bit.
I don't know how we can turn the things down.
You turn them on.
I know we can only turn them off, and then it's too, don't you think then that's too dark? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to.
It's there's no.
Is that better? That really made a difference. Are you a bit hot with that coat on as well? Are you sure? Okay, so let's have a go now. Let's see how you're getting on with just over 20 minutes. So it's going to be naming and identifying language features and following instructions, which is what you're going to have to do tomorrow. You're going to be looking at simple sentences, which is everything on there we've already done. Okay? You okay with it?
Yeah. Which page did we do first? This page?
Yes.
I
like your hair like that. That's nice. Mm. Yes.
the examples for task 1, where do you write it?
Well, what does it say?
Expand and add adjectives and adverbs to the 10 simple sentences. I just use it.
Yeah, so what this is all about, Francis, is you thinking, because in the text, you'll just have to figure it out, Okay, so it's about you figuring it out. But that's okay. Do you want some extra paper, lovely?
No thanks. There's room. I just
Okay. There's one here. Oh, one. There you go. Is that okay, that pen?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, it's got it.
Good job, Francis.
I didn't realize I've answered on my thing.
I don't, it doesn't. Look carefully. It does for the first one. And then it asks you to do your own, doesn't it?
Oh,
Hmm. So tonight, what this is about you looking, because tomorrow, if you do decide to do the test, you'll have to figure it out yourself. So it's about looking and thinking. So this is good that you're doing this tonight, okay? Because you can look and think, oh, I don't know. So read on, have a little look before you ask, have a little look further down and think, oh, there you go. Because all of this you've already done. We did all this last week. Exactly this, didn't we? And you were like that, putting your hands up all the time, remember?
I didn't realize I wrote one a sentence to go like samples.
Exactly. Okay, so we've got another just over 15 minutes, all right? So don't get panicked. This is what it'll be like when you do your test, okay? Be like a rude read. You see why it's just so important that you do practice tests. It's so important. Because your brain needs to go, I know what I'm doing. This is fine. Instead of going,
Today.
yeah. But you won't on the day. You won't. Someone gonna come and pick you up?
Yeah, I'm going to my friend's Saturday.
Is that why you dressed up?
Really?
What are you gonna do then?
She's got a hospital. We're in the hospital with It's just we have loads of tests, so
That's lovely. That's lovely. You okay? Good, good. Have a think. Take your time. Don't worry. Don't panic. You know how to answer all these questions, Francis. I saw you last week. You know exactly what to do.
That's not me.
Hmm. 15 minutes. I'm just going to come back.
And when you finish one of the pages, please go to the next one. Yeah, there's one at the back as well. Oh, I didn't see that. No problem.
You want some sweeties? Good. Leave them on making. You give you energy, those, don't they? You are you vegetarian, you sure? And if they're vegan.
I'm vegetarian.
Or you choosing you one of them that chooses one?
Awesome.
Ooh.
I don't mind.
No, I would take five. Whatever. Mama? Well, I've not to eat all day. Don't know how I'm not skinny. Well done, both of you. So I think what we'll do next after the test, if they both do the test, we'll probably have more students. I'm going to do like starter booklet. So we'll start with like comprehension, and we'll move on. It'll all just be specific. So the reason I've done writing is to gauge their level. Really, writing's a really good way of gauging. So you'll find out that when you do your teaching. So it's very good because you can understand spelling, confidence, imagination, creativity, and all punctuation is 5 as well. But then comprehension is another set of skills. So we'll start, so I'm going to do a booklet. But you could help me if you wanted, we could do a bit sort of based around the Harry Potter theme. Yeah, in terms of, because I don't know anything about that really. The comprehension kind of ideas, if there's like bits of the text that we could use, maybe.
I mean, all the books, it's really good.
Yeah.
Any book.
Yeah. Are there specific bits that you could use though to like for a little comprehension?
Yeah, I think there is. There's ones, they're all about like him, his school. So if you like describe the school really well, you describe the journey of him getting to the school.
Oh,
Even at the start, you describe him living with like his own.
well, I remember because I did use that once only because somebody was going on about comprehension. So I did use that opening when he was like under the stairs or something. It was loads of pathetic fallacy and that was a really good one for comprehension. So we could kind of do a sort of Harry Potter booklet.
Yeah.
You know, where we're looking at then the language used. So it's like there's a lot of grammar, but in terms of sort of probably things that you've forgotten about that you did in junior school, like, you know, verb tense and variables, you know, past participle, all of those things. We need to do a lot of that. So if I get an extract though, you can find it as you use them and they'll have to annotate that and analyse it. So I think from next week, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do booklets and then they'll be nice and easy to mark and it'll just be a lesson of booklet.
Yeah.
To the test.
The sections of each week.
Yeah. So that and also, have your parents told you about buying a book? The book that you need to buy?
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk to them when they get here. Okay, because there's a book that they need to buy that will go together with the course.
What's it called?
It's just like a Cambridge book, so it's just about, so it'll just teach you all of the grammar, the spelling, everything that's going to be in the exam. Would you like some more sweets?
No,
You sure? So I'll tell you the exact got the name of that last time. What's the book they need to buy? Do you know the times of the exam tomorrow and everything? Do you? Okay, good. Are you coming?
Maybe.
I'll be marking them. What's your mum's name? Have you got brothers and sisters?
I've got a dog, yeah.
Oh, you've got a dog, haven't you?
Ollie. Yes.
Just over 5 minutes. You okay? You okay? Well done, Francis. You look like you're working really hard there. That's really good that you're looking at the next page. That's an excellent sheet for your test. Okay. You see, where am I? What I've got to do next. That's really good. Well done. Now, don't worry because you haven't had enough time to do everything here. I'm going to ask you to take it home to do for homework as well. But all this was about was getting you used to what it's like doing an exam. Okay. So don't worry if you haven't had enough time. There wasn't enough time to do everything. I would like us to have a look at non-fiction because we've looked so much at fiction. It's important to look at non-fiction as well. So I want to do that as well tonight. Do you want to ask us something, Francis? It's okay. You sure? Right, just a couple more minutes and then you can put them in your bags and you can take them home, okay? Oh, here's the books, okay? Anti-Sansu, Miss Helena's 11 plus. I've obviously missed that. Miss Helena's 11 plus. Um, hmm. No, it's not. Oh, here you go. So 11 plus vocabulary. Yes, you finished?
Yeah, go to.
Well, don't worry, so you don't go to Nando's, so just make another restaurant, that's fine. We're gonna finish now anyway, because you've had enough time, but that's not enough time you would have now. So what you've done is comprehension, okay? So now you would have time, so that's how the exam works, so they'll give you a comprehension, they'll give you something, ideas, blah, blah, and then they'll want you to write something about what they tell you. So if they say something like going to Nando's, that's like going to McDonald's or going to a restaurant, and you just figure it out, you adapt it to what you want, okay? So that's, and I think you're all quite good at creative writing. We've worked hard on creative writing, haven't we? So tonight we're going to look at non-fiction. What do I mean by that? Yes.
Where to real?
Yes, and what does that mean? So what do we have? Yeah.
Like facts.
Yeah, and where do we have facts? Where do we learn about facts? Yeah. We do, yes. What do we read that is telling us facts? Yeah.
Non-fiction book.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Like, have you ever read a biography? You know, I've been watching the Beckham thing on Netflix, but you could read a book about footballers, which my son loved. He didn't like fiction, didn't like reading books, but he loved reading about footballers or, you know, astronauts. He was into science and maths and all that kind of thing. So non-fiction biographies, what else? How do we learn the news? Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say world record books.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Newspapers?
Yes, newspaper articles, well done. So there are letters as well. So these are the kinds of things that you might be asked to do or look at in your exam, okay? And you will definitely be asked to look at them when they're in senior school, won't they? Yeah, so it's getting you ready for the world. Can you all see that, or do we need to turn the lights out? You're the prefect, yes.
Now we have to turn them on.
Do we? Well, let's see then. You okay? That's fine. I'm happy for you two to be in charge of the lighting. Is there no one there? Off.
Oh.
Thank you.
Do you want me to turn that one on? Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so here we're going to think about writing a letter. Okay, so today we haven't got the writing, but we've got an hour-ish to look at how we structure a letter, okay? How we plan a letter to a friend. And that's really important that it's to a friend. So it's not formal-ish, but it's friendly, but it's still a letter, okay? And we're going to use words to explain and describe. All right, so we've done a lot of description in our story writing, but we haven't done a lot of explaining. And explaining is a little bit different than describing. We're going to use persuasive language to invite a friend to say, what do I mean by persuasive? Yes.
Like where it says really convincing.
Oh, amazing. That word convincing is brilliant. Well done. Yes, that's exactly right. Yes.
In this test, there was a mistake.
What was it?
It says that there are women, more than one woman, listening to music as she wore. It doesn't say they wore.
I'd love to say that was deliberate, but thank you very much, Francis, for pointing that out.
Among question set. Yes, yeah. The woman listening to music as she walked.
The woman. Oh, the women, it said. The women instead of the woman.
Oh.
Did it say the women or the woman?
The women.
That is wrong. That's our plurals. I put that in there deliberately. So yes, persuasive language. So that's what we're going to use, persuasive language. Well done. We're not going to do spellings, but we are going to do a spag test. Okay, so let's look at this. Yes. There's loads. So come on, let's be the teacher. I get this all the time. These kind of nightmares. What is going on here? Yes.
Look after time.
Or the Lucy. And what needs to be after the Lucy? Yes. Exactly. I miss you, my best friend. What's going on there with friend? Yes.
So not I.
Exactly. We haven't.
No apostrophe.
Why do we need an apostrophe there?
Because it's a contraction.
Well done. What does a contraction mean?
Well, like 2 words are put together. Make a short one.
Clever boy. Clever boy. Yes, seeing each other for such a long time. It's what? Yeah, it's sad. Can you come? Yeah,
Instead of
yeah. And visit me soon in my house. That's a bit even. That was just what? I'm not even gonna insult you. We can go to the sea. Yeah. What? Come on. Yeah. What is that called though when we have SEE and SEA? Yeah.
How was it called? Homophone.
Yes. We can go to the seaside and have a lovely.
LOM.
Yes. And eat. That's just stupid. I'm not even gonna. Lots of nice food and play in the sand. And swam in the sea.
Wrong spelling.
Yeah. 2.
Not full stop.
No, not just that. 2. Swim in the sea 2. Yes.
Double.
Exactly. Why?
Because it's not like.
What's it? Why do we use TRO?
Because it's like something.
Exactly. That's why I have an extra O. Because it's something else. Okay, full stop. Why is this important that you please write back soon, all wrong, and I know that you know that. Kathy she should do. She could, it's in an informal letter, so she does not need her last name, but she does need a capital letter because you always do your name. But why is this important for us to do? Yes.
Because in the test, instead of an actual like story or something, they can ask us to write a letter.
Well, yes, but why is it important that I've shown you this, the mistakes that we can make?
Because then if you make a mistake, you can go back and
Yes, so be the teacher to your own work, okay? So before you submit your test, take 5 minutes at least to go, let me have a look. Homophone, comma, capital, because you will make mistakes. And making a mistake like that could cost you glucose, could cost you sixth form, could cost you university. Just going, it's not because you're not clever enough. It's just because you've not given yourself enough time to go back and be the teacher on yourself. So it's really important to check your work, all right? That's why I've done that, all right? Check your work always, okay? All the time. Right, so we're going to write a letter to our friend that's moved away. Do you want to read that out for me?
That's what we have to do. We tell them what we have. We use adjectives and verbs with sensory language to describe how much fun they will have with this.
Okay, so do you know what adjectives are? Yeah,
Describing words,
of what? What do they describe?
but, verbs.
No,
Oh, I mean,
wait 1 minute. You know.
nouns.
Yes, good boy. What's an adverb? Yeah,
Describes a verb.
exactly. What's a verb?
Action.
It is. Give me an example of an adverb. Do a sentence with an adverb and a verb.
The girl was content to be running.
I'm content, but that's very much. That's like an unusual. Is that content? Do you think I've ever contentedly run? I think I've ran like. Okay, good. What about sensory language? What do I mean by that?
Your senses.
Which are?
Touch. I was feeling. Touch. See, taste, and hear.
Exactly. Well done. Good. Okay. So we're going to write a letter to our friends. So it's not formal, it's informal. Okay? It's a friendly letter to our friend. Now, look at this picture. I want you to make 3 sentences. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to look at in the present tense. Okay? So I want you to look at this picture and think, what are you seeing right now? Okay? I can see. So it's really hard to write in the present tense. So that's what I want you to do. Only 3 sentences. Look at this picture. Write 3 sentences about what you can see. Yes. Oh yeah, of course. Here you go. Do you want some more, lovely? You're welcome.
What person is it?
Best.
Okay, yeah.
Did you do that at that age? So I can see. I can see. What can you see? Yes?
Does it have to start in
No, of course not. And in fact, I would like it not to. But it can, of course. Fine. Where does your friend live? There you go.
Sorry?
Where does your friend live?
Oh, just by Princess Park.
Oh, mummy.
Yeah, she lives on
Do you want me to just drop you off then, or is your mum? Because I
No,
literally,
it's fine.
you sure?
Of course, it's fine. She lives on what's it called? Bentley Road. So it's like, soon.
But it is literally round. So is your mum coming just to take you there?
No, no.
Oh, you've got to go home first.
Yeah, I've got to get my bag packed. So
Okay. Oh, is she living there with her parents?
My friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bentley Road. So she must, has she got one of them great big? It's really nice there.
I like it. I mean, here's that we've got like strange layers, like
Yeah, because I've got a place there as well, so just round the corner from there. That's lovely then.
She had a kitchen on the bottom floor.
That's all right, yeah.
So
So when I lived up there, our kitchen was in the basement because it's just like the old fashioned, because that's when the servants were there and all that, like, oh, how's that a servants fell and all that kind of thing. Yeah. Are you done?
Yeah.
No. Let's see then. Go on, read it out loud. No, you don't want to. Would you like Zara to just read it? Zara can read it. Here you go, Zara. There's the pen. You give him a little mark. So how many sentences have you done?
3.
Amazing. Excellent work. Have you got a Zoom account, Zara? Jenny's just asking.
I think I do, you know.
Yeah, can you send it to me? Because she needs it so that she can put you on there.
Can I have your number as well?
Yeah, is that okay with your mum?
Yeah, of course. So is it what they can see in the photo?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see, Francis, what you've done is you put yourself in the photo.
Oh,
That's still fun.
wow.
Like, I'm in the hot, relaxing mood.
I think it's the present tense. I think the most important thing is present tense. Well done, Patrick. Excellent. What your numbers are, and I'll give you a ring.
7856.
07856, yeah.
77
Yeah,
21
yeah.
58.
Okay, I'm going to ring you now. All right. Stop ringing.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. You send them all to me then, okay. I think that was really quite yes.
And there's a toy mouse on the floor.
Pardon?
See a toy mouse on the floor.
A toy mouse?
Yeah. It's like
Is it toy or is it real?
Tobias Banana.
Let's see, pick it up then and show me.
That's so dirty. It's like a cat toy.
Oh, because Helen upstairs has got a cat, hasn't she? So it's probably her toy.
Then that's wrong.
Yeah, you know Helen, don't you? Do you know Helen? She sometimes works down here. So she's got a cat.
Is she Chinese?
She is.
Oh, that one.
Have you finished as well, lovely? Okay, give it to Zara and we'll move on. What I want us to think about now is what is your perfect day? Okay? So your perfect day for your friend to go out. So I've thought about this. You see this picture here? This is from the Natural History Museum in London. Has anyone been there? Well, I went there with my kids and I loved it. You see this here? This is a dinosaur with all his, bones and everything. And my kids, yes.
I have been there.
Have you been there? It's brilliant. Isn't it brilliant? It's so great. So I've been there lots of times and I think if my friend was coming from somewhere else, I would say, let's all go to the Natural History Museum. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. But maybe that is not your perfect day. So I want you to think about your perfect day. Would it be a day at the beach? Would it be a day at the zoo? Would it be a day at the museum? Maybe the museum in Liverpool even. Would it be a day at the theme park? Probably. My kids like the theme park. So think of a place you would like to take your friends and then the words to describe it. So we're thinking about persuasive language here. So I want you to think of a place now, okay? Think of a perfect place that if you could take your best friend somewhere. Now, your best friend's moved away, so they might not have really. But just imagine you've got a best friend and they've moved away. All right? So your best friend's moved away and you want them to come and visit you and you've got a perfect place that you two are going to go together. All right? So think of that in your head and think, what am I going to do to persuade you to come to this place with me? It's this. It's that. It's so great because of this. Okay?
So just words.
Just the word. 3 sentences again. Come and visit and we will go to this place because we're going to do this. It's like this. It's like that. Okay? Well done, great, off you go. Let's go this way, like.
Yeah. No, you don't understand what I've put. Let me explain it.
What did this was say after friend?
Sorry. So I was just saying, you know how you put, say if I said to you, oh, I went to the beach and my friend asked me to play sandcastles with me. You've repeated the word me, but instead, if you just put my friend asked to play sandcastles with me, doesn't it, you know what I mean, sound a bit more flower? I can see what you're trying to say, and I see why you put me in, but you could always put my friend asked me to play sandcastles and just leave it. Can you see what I mean? Yeah. It was very good though.
So,
Make sure to use your adjectives in your 5 sentences as well when you're describing wherever you go with your friends as well. You okay, Francis?
yeah.
Once you're done, just hang them over and I'll mark them again.
How are we getting on? I'm having sweet tea, isn't it? Oh, come on then.
Marvelous.
Wait, read them out.
Oh.
Oh no, do you want Zara to just look at them? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what we're going to think about next is the other things that we need to think about for our letter. Are you going to give that to Zara? Well done, thank you. So we're going to use a list. A list is a really good thing to do in your exam, okay? And this, why I'm doing this, it's because it's important to think about your past, your present, your future. So you've just been writing in present tense, haven't you? Hopefully. Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Present tense.
Yeah.
Yes. Good. So don't worry if you haven't, but in your test, you need to think about what tense you're using because they'll be looking at that. And mostly they will want you to write in past tense. So when you're writing a story, you will write in past tense. But sometimes you will need to write in present tense and future tense. So it's important for you to know the difference. Now, in a letter, you will probably have to use them all. Okay? So this is asking you to write in past tense. So we could use a list, and a list is really important. And what punctuation do you use before a list? Yes, it's here.
A colon.
Exactly. So you need a colon. Don't worry, you know it now. So if it comes up tomorrow, you'll remember that, won't you? For a list, you need a colon. And if they ask you that in a test, that's what you need. Okay? So we have a colon. So they could include another colon because we've got another list. So if you ever use bullet points, you always have a colon before. Okay? What was school like? So you would write that in the present tense, past tense. How is your family? Past tense. Okay? Has anything funny happened? Past tense. So I want you to do these now. So you've got this fake friend, this pretend friend. What's your pretend friend's name? Or is she a real friend? Ria. So Ria has moved away. Oh, girls always have good friends, don't they? I've got a best friend. So your best friend, imagine what that's like if she moved away. That would be horrible, wouldn't it? Imagine how much you would miss her. So your best friend has gone back to China. Imagine that. That would be horrible. But she's going to come and visit. Okay? So you're telling her, when you come and visit, we're going to do this and that and this. But also you're going to tell her what's happening in the past since she's left. So what is happening at school? What's school like since she left? What's gone on? Have you got lots of homework? Is it boring? Is it exciting? You're going to tell her about your PE teacher, haven't you? Because she's left, she doesn't know. So this is the news. How's your family? She'll want to know, what's your family? Your best friend's moved away back to Sri Lanka. Okay? It's a terrible thing that's happened. I'm not saying you're from Sri Lanka, but imagine you were. Okay? Or imagine you had a friend from Sri Lanka and then they've gone back there. Okay? You want to tell them how your family is. Well, my brother last week got a really bad toothache, or you had a birthday party, or your dog got sick. Okay? And then what funny thing has happened? Because you want to say about that, don't you? What funny thing happened last week? Make something up. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to answer these questions, pretending you're writing to your best friend, either real or pretend. Do you need more paper?
No, Austin's back now. No problem. You done really well on it. Just remember, because you started here with to someone who finished with from and then your name, just so they know who it's from. It was really good. With you, you start with two and then your friend's name and then from your name, just so they know who it's to and from.
Yeah, look at something like that again.
Don't even know what it is.
Well, you should.
I probably
You should. I don't need to, but you probably should. Does your dad come home tonight or does he come home tomorrow?
He came home, he comes home Thursdays.
Oh, that's
gets
nice.
Fridays off. But last week, as my mum was away, he had to come home a bit earlier, so we thought he'd be in Coventry till Friday, but no, he came home last
Oh.
night.
That's nice.
He thought he like strained his leg, so he run this bubble bath with all these socks
Aww.
and potions and everything he bought himself. And then we took the dog for a walk and Ollie ran into a swamp and he was filthy. And then we were walking home and he ran into a lake and started going around the lake as well. So my mum ran him up and put him in the bath, my dad's bath, and he ran for himself. So my dad was fuming because he was like, I just put all my bats and
Oh, well.
in there. And then she just said, I just pushed him out the way and put Ollie in, but he was the bath. No one could get in the bath. It was just absolutely full of muds and stuff from Ollie. And Ollie was like, is he really like that big? Yes, he's gonna get big. So we've been told.
Really?
They're not meant to go that big, they're only meant to go to around here. But they've said, even the vet said, looking from his paws and stuff, quite big. So my mum.
Your mum loves them though, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
she does. She adores them. Yes, are you okay, lovely? What's up? Oh, amazing. I have to watch it because I ran over last week because I wasn't watching that. So I have to watch that. You okay? Well, you know what, as well, though, I was thinking, if you are interested in doing the literature, you should, because I do trips to, because I work for the university, I do trips to like Stratford, go and see lovely plays, so you should come. Yeah.
I heard Macbeth was on and I'm doing.
I went to Macbeth, yeah. But I don't know why the schools don't, I tell the schools to do that, but, you know, I think any play though to go and see is good. I think it's
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
Christmas Carol might be on, so I'm
it
doing
is.
that.
Yeah, and also you're not doing Dracula, but Dracula is a good one to go and watch because it's that gothic and it's on at the Everyman at the moment.
My friend's in the Everyman. She's like part of the production.
Who?
In, but she's just like she's only my age, but you know when you do the plays.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's in them as well.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Well, so Dracula's on at the moment. It's like a feminist scandal. It's good. It's really good. Yeah, so I took some students there the other day to see that. But you should do that. You should definitely, especially if you want to do literature next year.
I wanted to see them all, so I was like, well, I'll do Christmas Carol, Macbeth. I was like, what do you got Animal Farm? And I was like, well, they can't really do that.
No, well, they can. I've seen Animal Farm done. Yeah, yeah. It was a bit rubbish, but
And I was like,
it's a novel. You can't turn everything into a play. Do you know what I mean? But what play are you doing?
well, they're the only three ones. I think.
So you're not doing Inspector Calls?
No. I think we've done two novellas.
Oh yeah. Which you've done Christmas Carol.
And Animal Farm.
Yeah. Because some people do Jekyll and Hyde, yeah, which is a really good one as well. Yeah. I know them all.
To do Romeo and Juliet, because we've done that one. But I don't know.
No, Macbeth. Romeo and Juliet's good. It's young, but it's not. It's Macbeth is. It's
just a nuisance.
yeah. Well, we'll have a good. I will. It's a good place to do Macbeth.
I think I say I like literature, but when I say literature, I think I mean I like poems. I don't like anything.
Exactly. I know.
An A-level of poems, and then I'd do that.
We'll make it. Create it. I think there should be an A-level of poems, but just look at them all as though they were a poem. Macbeth is a poem at large. That's all. It's just a poem.
Makes it sound better.
It is just a poem, and it's just his idea. And it's that whole thing where I said to you, really, where what you have to think is these writers just had these ideas and then stood up and thought, well, the best way for me to say this is through that genre. That's all.
Yeah.
So the best way for Orwell to say what he was going to say was through a novella. The best way for Dickens to say that was through that novella. The best way for Shelley to say this, I've video. You need to watch that thing of Mary Shelley, because I watched it again the other day with some of my students, because I'm teaching at the university at the moment, and we watched it again, and I was videoing some and thought I'll have to send it to you, because it was all those poems that we were talking about and all those things that we were talking about, you know, where you were thinking, oh, I don't know what he's saying, and Byron was in a joke what he's saying, and I think it would just give you so much context and understanding of just everything that we were talking about, really.
I swear that scaffolding poem was about, I remember I read who wrote it and the name sounded familiar and I was trying to think who it was. It's not come to me, it will, but I was thinking, I've heard of that name before. I was really hoping by coincidence, if it was, that it would be like Working Women, you know, the one.
Oh yeah, it'll be a modern poem for the and they're quite the horrible AQA. They're a little bit like, so they won't be kind. You've just got to keep that in mind. But you're up for that.
No,
I'm like, yeah, whatever. Throw it on. Yes. So have you done that? Go on. Do you want to read them out, or do you want to give them to Zara? Give them to Zara. This is a theme. Okay. So we're going to look now how we structure the letter. Okay. So how do we structure a letter that is informal? So a formal letter is different than an informal letter. So an informal letter is to your friend. Now the main difference is how you say hello. So if it's a formal letter, you have to say dear, don't you? If it's informal, you can't just say hi, hello. So when you get your text, if they say it's formal, you have to understand that you can't just say hi, hello. You have to say dear or to whom it may concern. Okay? But if it's informal, you can say hi, hello. So they're the important words: formal, informal. All right? How do you say goodbye? This is also really important. So if it's formal, you have to say yours. You have to say, you have to say yours faithfully. No, yours faithfully. If you've never met them, but if you've met them and it's formal. So for example, if you write a letter to your Prime Minister, you've never met them. Okay, and it's going to be formal because you've got something to say that's very formal. So you would say yours faithfully. However, if you were writing a letter to me or another teacher in your school, it's still formal because I'm a teacher, so it's formal. But you know me, you've met me, so you would say yours sincerely. Okay? Can you make a note of that? This is important. You need to remember that. So if you don't know them and it's formal, it's yours faithfully. If you know them and it's formal, it's yours sincerely. However, if it's friendly, you can say bye, kind regards, love. So if it's informal, that doesn't matter, all right? But if it's formal as well, you have to use your last name. And I've seen so many people not use their last name in a formal letter. You have to use your last name, all right? So, okay, Frances? Can you remember this because you're not writing it down? You've got nothing to write it on?
Yeah.
Do you want something to write it on here? Write it on there.
Yes.
Yeah. To remember, just in case. How many paragraphs? Or where does the date go? Yes.
Yeah.
No, it goes. So you put the address there, and the date goes underneath. Okay. That's very important too. Date goes underneath the address. All right. How many paragraphs do you think you need? Yes.
3.
3 to 4, yeah, you're right. Good. Well done. Okay, let's have a little, I'm gonna ask you, can you read that now? I don't need to do it, yeah. Here's your checklist, okay, of writing a letter. Do you want to read this out for me? Well, yeah.
Write both addresses at either end of the page with here at the top right. Use the D. Start letter under D. Paragraph 1. Probably miss one.
Oh.
Paragraph 2. Tell them what you have been doing since they left. Paragraph 3. Tell them what plans you have for their next visit. Be persuasive. Say goodbye using the correct words. Love, regards, best wishes.
Excellent. So rather than homework, we're just going to do this now, okay? We've got a little bit, we've got 15 minutes, so let's see what we can do in 15 minutes. Let's write a letter to your friend who's moved away. Okay, so let's you have a go at trying to do one of these non-fiction writing tests. So write a letter to a friend who's moved. Tell them how much you've missed them. Tell them what you've been doing since they left. Tell them what you will do. So all of those things that we've talked about today. Okay, you can write it on there, Francis. Don't wait. And I want you to use past, present, and future. I'd like you to. Does anyone know what pathetic policy is? Yes.
And weather.
Yes. Use the weather to entice them. Okay. And some sensory language. Okay. Off you go. Well done. You've done really well today. Yes. Here you go. Here's some more. You're welcome. That's great. Yes. Yes. Oh, put them there. Give them to Zara. That's fine. Thank you, lovely. Yes. Yeah, of course. Do you know what to do for the letter though?
Yeah.
You okay? Yeah.
Oh, fine. Very good.
Is that okay? Yeah. How did they get on?
Really well. I think it's just they know what they're doing. It's just checking over spelling,
Yeah.
punctuation.
Which is what we talked about. That's why we said you have to check your work.
Just a few commas, full stop. Just things that can be corrected. They're very good at describing though.
Good. So what you need to learn from that then is to take a little few minutes before you send your work and don't usually check over it. Yeah? Okay, so it's only 10 minutes to go. Well done, both of you. You okay, lovely?
Do you write the addresses?
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't worry. This is what it's about tonight, so you can find out where do you write the addresses. We did talk about that earlier. So if you're writing a letter, where do you write your address before the dear? Yeah? No, not on the envelope. Yes.
The one on the top left is your address, and then the one.
No. Your address is on the top right.
Oh.
Yeah. Top right, your address. Top left, theirs. You don't need that if it's informal. Okay? But top right is always your address. If you're writing a letter, you need to know your address goes on the top right. Okay? It's really important that. How are you getting on, Francis?
I'm not.
Good. Do you need help with something? Little bit. You sure? Okay. Okay. Mm. Mm. Right, we're going to stop now because you haven't had a break as well. I've just remembered. Okay, we're going to stop. All right. Well done. All the work you've done. Yes. Of course you can. I'm really sorry. I forgot a break again. Give your work to Zara. Can you give your work to Zara before you go? Well done, Francis. Amazing work as usual. Have you got maths now? That's okay, it's fine, it's fine. I didn't say they had to finish, did I? I just wanted to have a little look.
What would they do in the end? Just
Writing a letter to their friend with the checklist of, so it's just like looking at the punctuation spelling grammar. Is that all right, Zara?
Yeah.
Sorry. You're all right, lovely. You coming tomorrow then? You're gonna smash it, aren't you? Do you want to go to Blue Coast?
Yeah, but I want to go to Royal Grammar School for Girls.
Oh, do you? Do you know when I went to Chester Grammar School for Girls? Which when I was a little girl was like the big, and you know, Zara goes to Liverpool College, so she goes to a really good school. Why do you want to go there? Do you want to be with the girls, not with the boys?
Yeah.
I went to a girls' school, it's nice. But Blue Coast is a really good school.
I do want to go to Blue Coast.
Yeah, it's probably the best.
Yeah, my mom
Actually.
went to Blue Coast with my dad.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Because he read in the newspaper that said
Girls do better on their own. Yeah. I know. And I did definitely, because I went to Oxford. And I do not think I would have gone to Oxford if I'd have gone to a school with boys. Because I had brothers and they all were like, and then the boys were like, and when you're with girls all together, you're just only competing against the girls. And the girls, so you like, so I think it may be right, but Blue Coat is amazing. And I've got one of my I think 5 of my ex-students teach at Blue Coat. And so it is a really good school.
two of my friends got in and they say
They like it, do they? It's hard though, it's hard work.
they say they get a lot of homework.
It is a lot of homework. It's a lot of homework. But you're used to that. What do you want to be when you grow up? Doctor. A lawyer? That's what I was going to do. Which shop do you want to go to? Ooh, can you go with us, or what do you mean? You want to go walk across the road?
No, like
Oh, the shop outside here.
the one like in this.
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course you can, lovely.
That's mad. Does that go there on that side or
Oh,
it's like the address?
yeah, so their address goes there, and the person at the right
Right.
goes
No,
there.
because you can see like block.
Yeah.
The postcodes, this, but I only seen them online, so I was confused.
Oh, yeah. Well done. Well, yeah, well done. Right, okay, we're done.